We're back, hello. There are a million different ways to building a watch collection for $1,000 US. I'm not just talking about the selection of watches within the collection itself, but also about the actual number of watches you want to go for. So today we'll hit 2 birds with 1 stone and build the perfect $1,000 watch collection for 5 watches, and then I'll list an option per category for the perfect 1 watch collection at the same price point, plus minus 10% leeway. 5 or 1, it doesn't matter if you want 5 watches or just 1 for the budget, I'll help you out. As always, we'll include amazing watches that you may have never heard of before, so stay tuned. My name is Jonah Hill and you're watching Low Horology. Full disclosure, I'm a little bit drunk. I just came home from a Christmas party. So yeah, I'm a little drunk, but not too drunk to build a watch collection. And before we start, I'd like to say thanks. I can't believe it. We went from, I think, 97 subs to 320. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Anyways, thanks a lot. Let's start with the 5 watch collection, where I'll try to check off the boxes and build a collection that's as versatile as possible, while staying under the budget limit. For our 1 watch collections, we'll include a dress watch, a dive watch, a flieger watch, and a do-it-all watch that can be a sports and a dress watch at the same time. All good? Let's start with the 5 watch collection. We're talking about a true icon in the world of dive watches and a watch brand that has a huge fan base, because Vostok makes really durable, cheap automatic watches that are very difficult to get depending on where you live, but they're definitely worth it. Even if the watches are less accurate than a sundial you just drew into the sand with a stick after 2 lines and 10 beers. Let's talk dimensions first. For $100 you get a solid dive watch in the Vostok amphibia with a 41mm case size and a 49mm luck to luck. It is wearable, especially for a dive watch. What is a little bit annoying though is the 14.5mm case thickness, which is on the thicker side, just like your. We have an impressive 200m water resistance and a somewhat shock resistant case. It's nowhere near G-Shock, but still more than most watches can take. The downsides of this watch are actually the in-house movement, as I said, because it can be off like 30 seconds to a minute per day, so that's not very accurate. You can tune it a little bit, but it will still be pretty inaccurate. And another downside is the acrylic crystal it comes on. But nevertheless, I think the Vostok Amphibia is still a great dive watch, especially at this price point. So yeah, let's put this fucker in the basket. Yeah, let's get it. First watch in our basket is a Vostok Amphibia. So there you go, dive watch covered, $900 and 4 watches to go. Okay, the next watch should not come as a surprise, considering I love GMT watches and World Timers are just better GMT watches. And also considering that this watch has a chronograph as well. I'm not talking about some sort of grand complication by Vacheron Constantin or whatever. Yeah, I'm talking about the Casio World Timer. There's no way I can build a watch collection at this price point and not mention the Casio World Timer. It has absolutely wearable dimensions, even for someone with the skinny wrist like me. If you would like to find out more about this watch, check out my video about the best watches for $300 or less, which I link in the description below. There I talked about this watch in detail and why it is an amazing watch. But yeah, one thing that I want to mention here, I think that value for money at any price point, it doesn't matter, from 0 to many dollars, pound for pound on the UFC rankings, this watch is the best value for money option in the entire watch game. I've had it for like 3 weeks and I just keep wearing it. I just keep wearing it. I love it, and trust me, you'll love it too. So now we have our dive watch covered and we have our high spec world timer / chronograph / best watch of all time covered as well. What do we need now? We need a sleek dress watch to rock with a suit or with a ski mask. I don't mind, I don't judge. Do you like German watches? Do you like Bauhaus designs? If your answer to all those questions was yeah, then you need to check out the Sternglas Naos collection. Let's talk dimensions first. Here we have a very wearable watch that is in fact so wearable that you barely feel it on your wrist. It has a 38mm case diameter and a 41mm luck to luck. So wearable for pretty much anyone. Men, women, children, it doesn't matter. I think everyone can pull this watch off. The 6mm case thickness makes it a perfect watch for a suit, since it will easily slide under any dress shirt sleeve. Easily. Inside we have a Swiss-made Ronda quartz movement, and the water resistance actually decent for a dress watch at 50 meters. And most notably, this $200 watch comes with an anti-reflective domed sapphire crystal. What is also noteworthy is that you have the typical Sternglas quick release bracelet, so you can easily swap it out with anything you like. Sternglas sells bracelets themselves, so have a look, knock yourself out. Anyways, for $200 we get a very solid and versatile dress watch that you can get in all sorts of colorways. But given its utilization as a dress watch, I would go for the white or black variant. In the basket it goes, dress watch covered. 2 more watches to go. What we still need, if we actually want to check off all the boxes, is a flieger watch and a do-it-all everyday watch. Let's start with the flieger watch. Imagine it is a 1940 and you are sitting in one of those Stuka dive bombers. What watch would be on your wrist? Chances are it might be a Laco. Laco is one of the 5 watch brands that were commissioned by the German Luftwaffe in World War II. I actually bashed the brand in my first video, which, yeah, unjustified. I let one bad experience that one of my friends had completely overshadow all the many great positive aspects of the brand. So I really need to redo that video eventually. Maybe at 1,000 subscribers, I'll redo it. Anyways, for about 400 Allied Forces coins, you get a Laco Augsburg, which is a based flieger watch from a watch brand that really coined the term flieger watch. Let's talk about the dimensions. The Laco Augsburg has a 42mm case size, as the name suggests. It comes with a 50mm lock-to-lock and a case thickness of 11.75mm. And the watch comes with an anti-reflective sapphire crystal. If you have a skinnier wrist like me, but you still want to cosplay as a World War II soldier on the base side, you can actually opt out for the 39mm version. And before you order, do not forget to check out the many customization options the Laco offers. What I would definitely include is the anti-reflective sapphire crystal, so you don't blind yourself during a dive bomb run on a British destroyer. I personally would also go for the black leather bracelet, not just because it looks cool, but also to get the total price up to the magical €420 price tag. Very good. Let's put that in our basket. So last but not least, for a 5 watch collection, for $1,000 in total, we have our do-it-all watch. And considering that we have like $300 left to spend, I don't think that there's a better option than the Citizen Tsuyosa. I already spoke about this watch in the earlier mentioned video, and I already said that it might be the cleanest automatic watch at this price point. We have an integrated bracelet, so some Gerald Genta vibes here, a solid movement inside, and a variety of amazing colorways to choose from. So since the last video where I mentioned this watch, the new dial variants have actually been released, and I'd go for either the green dial, the cyan atoll type dial, or the blue enamel style dial. They're all beautiful, and you're definitely not making a mistake with this watch. So yeah, that's it. That's our 5 watch collection for $1,000 in total. Let's recap what we have. For our dive watch, we went with the Vostok amphibia, a solid Russian-made watch with a 200-meter water resistance for just $100. And then we had to include the pound for pound best watch on the planet, the Alexander Volkanovski of watches. It is there for any occasion, whenever you need it. The Casio World Timer, just $50, probably the best watch of all time. And then for our dress watch, we went with the Sternglas Naos Quartz, a sleek $200 Bauhaus watch from Germany. Speaking about Germany, we included an authentic flieger watch with the Laco Augsburg. So when you feel like it's time to dive bomb, you know what to put on. And then last but not least, we finished our 5 watch collection with the solid and beautiful Citizen Tsuyosa for $300. That brings our total collection to $1,050. So we're good. Remember, I said 10% leeway. Great collection. If I had to get 5 watches for $1,000 in total, this is how I'd do it. If we had to build a 1 watch collection for $1,000 and had to go for a dive watch, there's a lot of options. I actually made a dedicated video about this. For $1,000, I think one of the best alternatives is the Doxa sub 200 series. The watch comes in many variants, but considering that we are building a 1 watch collection, I'll actually go for the Shark Hunter variant because it's just the most versatile colorway. I think for $1,000 you can't go wrong here. To break it down, you get a very wearable watch with a 46mm lock-to-lock and a 200-meter water resistance. You can go deep diving and check out some anglerfish type Pokemon or whatever. Cool stuff. Since this is a 1 watch collection, I'll go with the Shark Hunter variant, as I said, because it is the most versatile colorway for everyday wear. You can probably even pull this off with a suit if you know how to. So yeah, if you like dive watches, the Doxa Sub 200 series will also like you. So if you are not a water-based Pokemon, but rather a flying type, you need a Flieger watch. If you want a Flieger watch for $1,000, look no further than the brand Stowa. Just like Laco, Stowa was one of the 5 watch brands to really invent Flieger watches, producing watches with extra big dials and crowns for the German Luftwaffe, so that pilots can read the time easily with one quick glance and also operate the crown with gloves on. Let's talk dimensions first. The Stowa Flieger Verus has a 40mm case size, and if you like bigger watches, the brand has multiple offerings, so if you want to size up, there's options all the way up to 45mm. But I'll go for this one because the size makes it one of the more versatile watches amongst their collection. With a 48.6mm lock and a water resistance of 50 meters. The watch comes with an adjusted and fine-tuned Swiss Celita caliber inside and a anti-reflective sapphire crystal. So yeah, the caliber inside, it's a Celita movement, and similarly to Christopher Ward, they use them and they fine-tune them to get more accuracy out of them. Just like with Laco, you can actually size up, if you will, so you can include a better movement for a little bit more money. You can really check out the customization options. I would highly suggest that you go to the Stowa website and just have a look for yourself. So yeah, if you want to channel your inner flying ace, the Stowa Flieger Verus might be the perfect candidate, since it's a Flieger watch with a heritage reaching all the way back to 1940. Okay, but what about if you are someone who prefers to wear suits rather than bomber jackets? The Seiko Presage Sharp Edge series is very hard to beat at this price point. Let's talk dimensions first. With a 39mm case size, which is nice and how watches should be, the lug-to-lug is 47mm and the thickness is only 11mm. So all in all, very wearable, very based. We also have a sapphire crystal and a 100-meter water resistance. And it also has to be noted that we have a 70-hour power reserve, which is quite nice. And of course, a wonderful textured dial, which is the main selling point. I know you're probably wondering, hey, why are you recommending a dress watch with a metal bracelet? Usually I wouldn't do that, but I think that this watch is so clean and no nonsense that it's actually very wearable with the suit and also versatile in all situations. Hence, we are building a one watch collection for $1,000. So yeah, Seiko Presage Sharp Edge series, check it out. I like the white colorway. White dials is a weakness of mine, but yeah, have a look around. I think this is a great offering. If you have a little bit more money, by the way, I want to mention this, I almost forgot it. See, like the watch I'm wearing right now, but even though this is a special edition, but yeah, check out the craftsmanship series of the Seiko Presage. They have some great offerings. Enamel dials at a decent price point. Actual alligator leather bracelets as well. Yeah, have a look, have a look. It's pretty cool, but it's not $1,000, so I didn't include it here. Just as an honorable mention. The all-day, everyday do-it-all watch. If we had to build a one-watch collection for $1,000 and we want to have a watch that can do it all, this is maybe the big surprise of the video. This is a watch that you 100% did not expect anywhere near this category. So quick excursion, we actually have to talk a bit about bracelets. Talking about bracelets, I think it is very funny how the perception of the watch can change depending on the bracelet you put on. If I could properly quantify this and translate into math, trust me, I would actually do that. I'll make a sensitivity analysis showing how far a watch deviates in our perception when we put on a leather bracelet. So how much it changes. And I think a prime example for this is a watch that you 100% did not expect here, especially when taking into account the brand image. But yeah, the perfect everyday watch for $1,000 is the Squale, yes, Squale, the Squale Super Squale Sunray black leather. You may be thinking I'm out of my mind, but hear me out first and have a look at the dimensions. With a 38mm case size and a 45mm lock-to-lock. So, not traditional dive watch measurements, but rather very wearable dress watch measurements. You see where I'm going with this. We also have a 12mm thickness. It's not thick, especially for a dive watch. It's extremely wearable. We have a double domed sapphire crystal and a water resistance of 200 meters. I mean, this is still a squaller watch overall, which means that it has diving capabilities. It's a dive watch, essentially. But now we're talking about what makes it so versatile. It's the black leather strap that really gives this watch a sophisticated and mature look whilst not taken away from its tool watch capabilities. All in all, I must say that if I could only have one watch at this price point, it would probably be this one. I like the looks. I think it looks really cool. It looks very mature. It's so versatile. And yeah, it's just my personal preference. I know this is not every man's cup of tea, but I love it. Anyways, that's it for the video. It's 1 AM again. Fucking hell, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. That's it for the video. Let me know what you think and what you would go for at this price point, especially for one watch collection. I think that's the most interesting part of the video. Sorry the video took so long. I was really hoping to show you. Hopefully next time. Until then, I wish you a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, God bless, and see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.